Dean Burmester had a really, really good first year as well for Stinger GC. That was his second shot. This was Dean Burmester a few moments ago, his second shot at the 8th. Oh yes. This Stinger with a birdie. That has got them up to 11th place, but it was looking pretty desperate after day one. And plenty of golf still to be played here at Mayakoba.
Lester at 10 in the LIV off-season. He went down and won 2 consecutive tournaments in South Africa.
Charl Schwartzel is counting for Stinger at 2 over today.
Such a quiet, beautiful swing.
Oosthuizen teed off at 3 this Stinger captain and made bogey. Since then, 3 straight birdies. That's got Stingers within 2 of the podium. That was his second shot at number 6. Moments ago, Louis Oosthuizen at 9. Oh, that's his 5th birdie of the day. Third once again. This is Charl Schwartzel for birdie at 1 to get Stinger to 12 under par, level with Ripper GC, and that's exactly what he's done.
Bogeyed his first hole, the 9th. 9 and 10 as the players compete here this week are 1 and 18 for the members, and they are converted par 5s into par 4s for this week. So
yeah.
Charl Schwartzel for birdie at 14 to get to 2 under par. So far today, pretty loud 8th tee. Branden Grace is 1 under par for his round for Stinger GC. Las Vegas Country Club, Louis Oosthuizen. Louis Oosthuizen started 3 over, would have arrived at the course with the big Stinger dunce's hat on. He's level par now after his opening 3 holes. Birdies at 15, 16. Approaching the halfway stage of LIV Golf Las Vegas, Charl Schwartzel is 2 under par for the Stingers, who had a very disappointing opening day. They're 7 under collectively today, though, as they climb the pylon. Stinger GC started the day 11 under par. They're 10 over for the day so far, but Branden Grace is level par. He's doing his bit.
Branden Grace, 2nd at 17. David, I mean, right now the story, obviously, all eyes are AK. What do you think's going through his head? I mean, it's never been done before what he's doing. Never been tried.
No, not in this game, that's for sure, and in very few others.
Louis Oosthuizen, his 2nd at 15. Played some great golf in the off-season, winning. Burmester trying to get it home at 18, and he does. Wow, that was aggressive. And now the reward. 6 feet for eagle.
Louis Oosthuizen climbing the pylon once again. This for birdie at 2, and he rolls that one in superbly. And Louis is 5 under par. Now, Stinger are 18 under par. They started the day on 16 under par. Branden Grace, his 2nd shot at the 5th. And it's in.
That's the very first event, 2022 London, which of course he won, but he couldn't miss. Right on cue.
And you go back to 2010, victorious in the Houston Open. He became the 5th player in the last 30 years at that time to win 3 PGA Tour titles before the age of 25, and he still holds the record of the Masters.
He never really had the opportunities that he was able to give me, so he lived vicariously through my golf for a long, long time. And
Branden Grace, his second shot at 10. Level par for his round so far. Stinger's lead was 5. It's now, it was 10, but the lead hasn't lasted long. This is Charl Schwartzel at 12. Oh, Louis Oosthuizen, the captain. Not much has dropped for him today, but that does. That was for a birdie 3 at 17. So the Stingers, let's get you caught up on a couple of them. Charl Schwartzel tied second with Captain Louis in Jeddah last week. He said his driving is the key to a return to form. That was his tee shot of 5. He made his birdie.
Just a little while ago, Louis Oosthuizen at the 10th. His second shot over the little drain that runs across the fairway.
And watches it disappear. Charl Schwartzel tied second in Jeddah last week for Stinger GT. That's the birdie at 6. The South African, he has joined the party on 5 under par. This is for Eagle.
So around 100 yards. Perfect angle, great lie.
Punch with a wedge. Beautiful.
Branden Grace, middle of the fairway at 17.
Locations. Bit of a friendlier spot than it was yesterday. Players are able to be a bit more aggressive with this whole location.
We have 13 players, LIV Golf League players heading to Augusta, and you would expect, as Dean Burmester drains one for birdie, that's at the second hole.
Over at 1, Louis Oosthuizen for birdie. Louis Oosthuizen off the 9th tee. What can he do? 4 back, 3 under par today, 5 under. And it looks like he will go to 6.
That was for his birdie at 3. Branden Grace, a member of Stinger GC, who are going pretty well today. That was Branden's birdie at 6.
He bent it back to its original loft, 3.5, and he put it better yesterday.
You can't rule out Louis Oosthuizen when he's playing like this. He's 8 under par now.
Louis. Oh, this is long range as well. It's going to be fairly speedy. He's been putting so well the last couple of days.
Charl Schwartzel, his third at 18.
This flag at 18 in a really dangerous spot, especially into the wind. That's got a chance!
Birdie for Schwartzel.
Just focus on what he enjoys the most, which is also being on the farm.
I don't know. I'm building a house in Dallas, and pretty much every day I want to strangle somebody. Look at this!
Louis! He joins his fellow South African, Dean Burmester, on 11 under par. Stinger not out of it either. They're only 4 back of Legion 13.
Branden Grace at the par 3, 14. Man, they're dancing around the hole. Luigi Oosthuizen. Yeah, he could be a factor this week. The way he plays, so precise. Branden Grace, his second shot at 15. Beautiful.
Louis Oosthuizen for birdie at 4. made his birdie at 6. Louis. How many tee shots have we seen to within 4 or 5 feet like that?
At the watering hole, Branden Grace, the really quick one down the hill for birdie.
There come the plastic cups.
And this is a guy we've got to keep our eye on too, Louis Oosthuizen, his second shot of the 4th.
Birdie the 3rd already.
That's for a birdie start.
A drop shot there for Phil, which has dropped the high flyers out of first place by a shot. And this is Branden Grace, birdie at 14 for Stingers. Louis Oosthuizen, second shot and 1. A par 4. He'll end his round at the par 4 second. Oh, they're not done yet. The South Africans will fight all the way. 64 to get Stinger within 1. Look at this on 15. That was for birdie.
That's Charl Schwartzel knocking it home at number 2 for birdie.
Oh, brilliant for Burmy. As ever, he's earned points in 15 of his 18 LIV Golf League events. Back to 18, and Louis Oosthuizen for eagle.
If he gets the speed better, he did.
Well, he's a man in fabulous form. Louis Oosthuizen 4 under 2 back of the leaders. Branden Grace, his second shot at the 10th hole, a par 4. He would make birdie here, so he's 1 under par for his round. Branden Grace is a member of the All South African Stinger GC, who once again are in contention. 16 under par, they're 7 back of the leaders. Smash in the team competition. First in LIV Golf League history in Adelaide. Dean Burmester took part in that. Stingers closed.
Burmy.
Second shot of the 3rd. Beautiful. Dean Burmester, the long par 3-9. Another magnificent shot. First look at Charl Schwartzel today for eagle at 13. The South African pops that one in.
Oh, Charl Schwartzel to save par at 4.
Have to call this an outside chance.
No problem. He stays at 3 under. Charl Schwartzel for his birdie at 12. He carded a 2 under par 70 on day 1. Birdie there, so Pat Perez is 2 under par and he's contributing for the 4 aces. Dean Burmester is 1 under par for his tournament. That was his second shot into 17, the par 4. News for Ripper GC, an early birdie for him. Charl Schwartzel and Stinger GC, uncharacteristically for them, down in 13th place without their captain Louis Oosthuizen, who had to withdraw. Former winner of the Houston Open. Charl Schwartzel, it's not been the Stingers week, but Charl is 4 under par for his round so far. That
Louis Oosthuizen over the 12th of his second. Lovely relaxed swing. Oh yeah.
Louis Oosthuizen at 15. Can he replicate Brooks Koepka's birdie? Well, of course he can.
Here's Dean Burmester. 4th hole. Yeah.
Dean's not out of it either. Plenty of time to get that up to a 9 or a 10 out of 10.
Branden Grace. Good start.
Boy, he needs one too. Branden Grace, of all people, is in the dreaded relegation zone, the drop zone on the points table. Dean Burmester, 15 down the slope. This for birdie a moment ago, and bucket.
Top of the pylon with his captain, the Stinger GC, Louis Oosthuizen. And this is his fourth shot at 17. A bit of late curl, and that's in for a birdie. So Dean Burmester, 3 under par and a tie for the lead. Dean Burmester has grabbed the solo lead. This is just a few moments ago. The South African with a birdie at 17, the par 5. He's counting for the Fireballs, who are in third place. Branden Grace may yet have a role to play for Stinger GC. This is Louis Oosthuizen with his second shot at the 9th. Stinger have dropped back to 4 under par, their overnight score. Their lead over the Fireballs in the Ironheads is just 1. That's a beautiful shot by Louis. He's level par for the day so far. The team are level par to dinner and to bed. A little happier. 5 under yesterday, 5 over today. Yes! Dean Burmester has just birdied.
Second at the 5th for Louis Oosthuizen just a few moments ago.
Oh. 66 on the opening day, which was magnificent given the conditions, and he slipped back a little yesterday. This is his second shot into 13.
Bunkers are so penalizing.
Time is running out for Branden Grace. He was an individual LIV Golf League winner in our inaugural season in Portland, a member of the hugely successful South African Stingers. What a start this could be for him. He needs every point he can get to get out of the drop zone.
Louis Oosthuizen, his second shot at number 11. Beautiful.
1 under par. And then Charl Schwartzel of Stinger GC, one of those 5 teams now on 5 under par in a tie for the lead. That was his second shot at the 11.
Well, just a moment ago, Dean Burmester for birdie at 1. Dean gets it to 1 under.
For the Crushers, Louis Oosthuizen, he's in contention on 7 under par. This is second shot into the 11th, par 4. Stinger are having a day here. Remember, they won the inaugural team event in London in 2022. Charl Schwartzel won the inaugural individual event. They're 9 under par as a team today. They've taken the lead, and that has just gone straight in from Charl Schwartzel.
The three-pointer.
Louis going at the third green
really
here and with his third shot. Beautifully judged. Charl Schwartzel at the Branden hole.
Swing.
Fired in up on the right edge as Dom showed us. Or he could just go straight at it.
Louis Oosthuizen. This was for birdie out at number 1. That got him to 1 under.
Make birdie there. Dean Burmester hasn't finished in the top 15 in the last 4 events. He's in 7th overall. That was for birdie at 4.
Branden Grace is second at 10. This is a lovely start for Branden.
But they are vulnerable to being usurped for the number 1 seeding by Legion 13. Stinger, the South Africans. It's a very famous track here in West Virginia. Louis Oosthuizen still in with a chance of a top 3 finish for the season. Branden Grace for Eagle at 12. Oh, this This could be absolutely vital for the South African, who is desperate to avoid a relegation. Perhaps take the lead into the final regular season event. This is the birdie and 2 for Louis Oosthuizen. He's 8 under today, and that includes a bogey at the first. Louis Oosthuizen at 6. This, if he were to roll it in, would give him his 60. He's done it! What a round of golf by Louis Oosthuizen.
Louis Oosthuizen, his second shot at the second. He's 5th in the standings.
He's got 14 points to make up on Tyrrell Hatton.
Oh, that'll help.
Dean Burmester of the All South African Stingers, and they want to stay All South African. They are rooting for Branden Grace, their teammate, to avoid relegation. Burmy is a lock for next year.
He's a single-minded driven man.
That's Branden Grace. Yep, on the 10th hole earlier. Yeah.
Third shot at 16, excuse me. Yes. Louis back to level par.
This was just a moment ago. Branden Grace with his second at the 7th. Boy, that could have gone in for the same price.
Well, we heard a mighty distant roar there as Pooch was taking his putt, and it's Dean Burmester's third at 17. Way to make par, Dino.